Hi, this is day 27 of Turn Back Time. I'm Sarah Ewan. Well, no change in weight today, but it didn't go up. So there's always a good side. I did everything right yesterday. I did a 2-mile exercise routine first thing in the morning from YouTube. I ate in perfect balance. I went to bed at 11 p.m. and slept 8 hours. I lay in the sun for an hour for the vitamin D. I reckon my body's watching me, waiting to see if I can keep it up. But I do realise I need to. It's like it's talking to me. I've decided to give up oats for a while because I did have 2 blocks of oats yesterday. And as good as they are in terms of fibre, I know that I have a gluten intolerance problem. Like most people maybe, who've eaten far too much bread for too long. Years and years of sandwiches while running around the world definitely took their toll on my body. The US dietary guidelines need to bear responsibility for that too, pushing people towards breads and pastas as carbohydrates. I actually lost 7 babies as a result of a gluten intolerance. I didn't realise that at the time. I was flying on aircraft every week, so I thought it was flying before 10 weeks that caused each miscarriage. But it was one particularly enlightened doctor who read loads of studies who said, it's not the planes, it's the bread. Now, there are many studies linking food intolerances to miscarriage. If you Google it, you'll find that women who'd like to get pregnant are advised to have a gluten intolerance test before trying to have a baby. But I think you can tell if you're gluten intolerant simply because you become so bloated after eating it. This is the pro-inflammatory cytokines in the body flaring. It's even thought that a gluten intolerance in the mother may transfer to the baby and may even cause autism. I'm not sure that they think they have enough evidence yet to prove that, as there are so many other potential factors regarding autism as well. But anyone eating a lot of bread and pasta is probably not eating particularly well in general. I certainly wasn't. So in my case, I wonder if it was just an overall metabolic deficiency, which meant that the baby did not develop properly. My diet was appalling and very irregular. I did manage to have 1 baby, and by the time the doctor put the focus on gluten, he was already 8 years old. I remember my husband following me around the house saying, eat the bread, because he didn't want that far a gap between them. I haven't had any pasta or bread since this challenge started. Now, I won't have the oats either. Nearly 4 weeks in of just eating in balance, I think it's time to step up and do some exercise every day now too. My body looks so much leaner. 5 bags of sugar nearly already gone. I feel a desire to shape it even faster and help it along. Plus that post-exercise glow really does last all day. So I was up bright and early this morning after a good sleep, and I put on a 45-minute aerobics workout. When I've done it before, I always dip out at about 30 minutes, gasping. But even in 100-degree heat, I went all the way through this morning and made it to the end. I was breathing a bit hard and my heart was clattering, but I made it. Then I did some leg raises. This is a really nice exercise which tightens the muscles in the fronts of your thighs, which we probably all need. It's great to do after exercise as well, because you suddenly find you're already limbered up, and therefore you can do more. I could do 30 at a time before exercise, and after it I could do 80 in one go. That makes you feel better about yourself. Just lay down on the bed and lift one leg a few inches off the mattress, and then from that suspended position, never dropping it back down to the bed, raise your leg up and down a few inches each time until you feel the pull in your thigh muscles at the front of your leg. Don't raise it too high, because then it will be the swinging motion that's doing the work rather than your muscles. Small raises are the most effective. Do it in sets of 20 or 30 or 80, whatever you can, until it burns and you need to stop. Then stop, take 5 deep breaths in to refuel, and carry on with the other leg. You can also lay on your side with one leg bent at the knee and tucked behind, and then lift your leg up sideways, which tightens all the muscles along your inner thighs. You'll see how quickly that total rises if you do it every day. I'm certainly going to now. And as the muscle strengthens and becomes accustomed, you can just do so many more. And remember, you're not only tightening the muscle, you're also causing lesions in the muscle, which the body will repair overnight using that human growth hormone, which uses the fat for fuel. So you are actually shaving fat off your fat stores at the same time as building the muscles. Buoyed up by the fact I managed 250 leg lifts on each side, I decided to try some soft sit-ups. Soft because I was lying on the bed with my head on a pillow, which I'm sure makes it a lot easier. Before I started this challenge, it would have been like trying to bend a space hopper in the middle, I think. But now I found it remarkably easy, and I managed 3 times 20 sit-ups, so 60. I could probably have done more, but I was worried about how much it might hurt later. It does a bit. But the fat's dropping off my sides. I still have that paunch of fat at the front of my tummy, not much, but it's there. And I'd love exercise to make that drop faster. My waist is stuck at 31 this morning. I've been worried, I must admit, as to where all the skin goes if you lose pounds over a short period of time. I've seen those stories of people needing skin surgery to get rid of the rolls of skin left behind. But with this diet, it seems it just pulls in. I certainly don't have anything sagging so far. 10 years ago, I did a reality show in Thailand called Million Baht Babes, where we took 3 normal-size Australian and European girls and put them through an 8-week training regime in Thai kickboxing. And then we put them in the ring and made them fight. From my rather more comfortable side of the camera, I watched their stamina grow every day, and their muscles became so accustomed to the exercise. On day 1, they were literally wailing as they tried to achieve even 10 sit-ups, real ones, not soft ones like mine. But by the end of the first week, they could do 100, just banging them out. And all the fat on them disappeared as all the contour of the muscles began to show through, clearly visible. So even if you just start with 5 sit-ups, see if you can go to 10 tomorrow and 15 the next day. Do soft ones like me, and you'll still be training your muscles to take that much strain. Those girls' bodies were stunning at the end of the 8 weeks, and they all got in the ring, and then they all won their bouts against Thai fighters. I must admit, there was a moment on fight evening when I suddenly thought, oh my God, what if they all lose? It won't be much of a show if they all get beaten. I don't think I'd considered that up to then. But the perfect diet, this one, and exercise made them almost superhuman. Kickboxing is not my thing, I must say. I don't think I could throw a single punch. But from this point on, in this turn back time challenge, I'm going to incorporate an hour of exercise each day, just to see what it can achieve alongside this diet. The 4-week mark is tomorrow. We shall see where we are. So until tomorrow, see you then.